Hello! You are watching The Garden Corner Show. We are a show, of course, where we're crazy passionate about everything gardening that we know of. We're very, very real and authentic. I'm J-Dog, Jonn Karsseboom. I'm out here with Mr. Dave and T-Bird. Hey, T-Bird. Hey, I want to go over real quick if you are considering a blueberry in your garden. Some things to think about, and maybe perhaps some helpful hints. A blueberry, you need not have to have a full-blown, productive orchard in an acre of property back behind your house. It can be in a very, very small space, and it can also be in a container. Let me get back to the container in a bit. But lots of varieties to choose from blueberries, and I don't want you to get too overwhelmed. Meaning that because some blueberries are taller, some are shorter, some are evergreen, some are deciduous, they lose their leaves. But here's some things to think about. About blueberries, if you are going to plant a blueberry in your garden, figure out the hottest sun possible. If you get afternoon sun, that is where you want to put a blueberry. It need not have to be in a big area. A full grown out blueberry is roughly 2 to 3 feet wide and about 2 to 3 feet tall. More about on the height wise, you will shear it and prune it to however you like. So we'll go into pruning and taking care of an established blueberry on the next video. But for now, when you buy a blueberry, let's look at the sizes of blueberries. Because you certainly can buy a 1-gallon blueberry, which tends to be the smallest and the least expensive. Of course, you get 2 gallons and you get larger blueberries as well. This is just age of the blueberry. If you're hoping to plant a blueberry this year and get a bunch of blueberries and you want to make blueberry desserts and pies and fresh blueberries and you've got a huge family, then think about buying a larger blueberry. Because on a smaller blueberry, at most, you're going to look at maybe a handful of blueberries. So the older the shrub, the more productive the more yield you will get. Another thing is if you're thinking about blueberries, it's best if you can have 2 or 3 plants. And I'm talking about 2 or 3 different varieties of blueberries. And here's why. Because now on a blueberry, yes, you can get some blueberries from a single plant. But what's better is if you have 2 different varieties, they cross-pollinate each other. So when they bloom, the bees hop over, they cross-pollinate, and you get a better yield. So think about maybe having 2 or 3. Yes, you can plant them all together, or yes, you can plant them separately. So the more varieties of blueberries, the better. 1 is okay. 2 is better, 3 is even better, 4 even better yet. So think about that. So containers, as far as the container is concerned, if you want to do one on your patio, that's just marvelous. But get the largest container that your area can accommodate. That's what I always say. The bigger, the better. Here's why. That when you plant a blueberry, what's going to happen, and you can kind of see how these buds are coming out, the blueberries are going to bloom, and those blooms turn into the actual blueberry. Now, any time along after it blooms, is if it dries out at all, that's when your blueberries will be the first part of the plant to suffer, and that's what I call if it dries out, you'll get the buckshot blueberries. That's the really small blueberries, a little bit more tart. So if you want nice, big, plump, juicy blueberries, have plenty of water. So thus, the larger container holds more soil, holds more water, holds more nutrients. So the better that will do. And gives you time to do other things as well. So, is there anything else that I wanted to go over real quick? More varieties, the better. Hot, sunny area, great. And if you want to do it in a container, go large. Oh, another thing too about the blueberries, I wouldn't concern myself too much about, because some are mid-season, some are early season, some are late season. In the Northwest, we're talking about a matter of a week or 2. So really just pick out different varieties. You will prune it to the height you like. Anyway, I hope that helps. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I've got a thought for the day. But a quick shout out to our new fans, Marjorie Shoup, Carol Witt, Linda Snyder, and our own Eileen Corson. Eileen, you did a magnificent job. Your grandchildren are cute as all get out. Anyway, that's the show for the day. Here is the thought. Love involves a peculiar, unfathomable combination of understanding and misunderstanding. Thank you, Diane Arbus. That's the show. Live your passion.
See me right out of the sunset on the color TV screen.